Okay, we are joined here with Toni Johnson. Congratulations on tonight. You play a very, very, very interesting character in this movie.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you brought really a lot to it too, because she's like one of her only Fern's living family members when she's on the search for her brother.
Right.
And you kind of step in, and you're kind of her savior when she kind of comes back from being in the army.
Well, I think she's driven by a lot of guilt for not being there earlier, and yeah, she knows the ropes. She knows how it works in the woods, and these are the Ozarks woods, child. And I mean, so she's very protective, I think, of Leven, and I think, like I said, that's driven by the guilt for not helping her when she was young.
And there's a lot of different elements in this project. What drew you to the script, and how did you feel when you got into production and started shooting?
Honestly, I am from the town where it was shot, and somebody called me and said, hey, they need a place to have auditions, and you have a building. So I said, sure, they can use my building. That's what drew me to the script, because they were actually doing auditions on my property. And I just sort of on a whim auditioned. I didn't really think there was a role necessarily that would fit me or that I would fit it. But I got a call back, and I was like, whoa. And then I got another call that said, well, and I was like, I'm not old enough. I'll dye my hair gray. So I dyed my hair gray, and they said, whatever you're doing to look younger, stop. So I stopped wearing moisturizer. I laid out in the sun. I just, whatever I could do to look as old as I could, because I wasn't really doing like Botox or whatever they thought I was doing. Yeah. So I did all those things, and thank you, Ramaa. I got the part.
And how was working with Ramaa?
I was so fortunate because, I had no experience other than community theater and acting, no training. And my background was in television, but as a news reporter and, doing that part. And so she really kind of showed me how to get to where I needed to go. Like, think about, just in a little rehearsal period, she was like, think about the thing that would frighten you the most. What's the most frightening thing that you can think of? And go back in there and do it again. And so I just thought of, I don't even know the names for these types of acting, method acting. I don't know. All I know is I put myself in a place where I was thinking about something horrible, and I went back in and did the scene, and so that's what I did. And being from the Ozarks, these characters literally are based on some of my relatives. Like Kip Collins is my cousin, and we met. He's second cousin. We met through this film, and so my roots go back 4 generations, and literally the names in this are people I'm related to.
Can you talk a little bit about the Ozarks, because it seems like a very interesting location? I didn't know anything about it before watching parts of this film. And what would you like people to know? Any information about the Ozarks and about folktale overall? All these beliefs.
I think obviously, like when we make movies and entertainment, we focus on the part of a place that is different from what you're used to. So not everybody in the Ozarks is a hillbilly or a redneck or whatever perception sometimes the media plays. But that's the part that's interesting. Like on the show Ozark, they talk about the difference between hillbillies and rednecks. And in my mind, I would classify myself as a hillbilly as far as my family, heritage. And it's a good thing. What it means is, the way I think of the people in the Ozarks who are really from there is, they live off the land. They are the type of people who take care of themselves. They're smart. They're tough. They're entrepreneurial. They don't need your help, but they will give you help. They would give you the shirt off your back if you needed it. So that's what I think of when I think of people from the Ozarks. That's not always what, the stereotype is, but that's what it means to me. And it's a proud, I tell people that I'm a hillbilly, and I say that proudly because that's a good thing in my mind. It means, like all the things I just said, it just means I can take care of myself, but I will take care of you too if I need to.
That's beautiful. I love that. Well, thank you for enlightening me on what the Ozarks mean, and congratulations again on this wonderful role that you play on tonight in the premiere.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toni.